Here we are, Shawn. One drink with Shawn Soole. It's March, my birthday month, and I wanted to thank you for everything that you've done in the last, well, I guess mostly years since we've been talking about getting my channels going. And I may be the most difficult customer you've ever had. But I appreciate you always being there for me and setting me up and getting me ready to take the next step. I wouldn't be broadcasting from Chicago if it weren't for your help today.
Thanks, buddy.
We want to talk about you, though. I want people to get to know Shawn Soole. Man, you are all over the place right now.
This is like when you said you want to talk about me. It's like very difficult because I don't usually talk about me. But before we get started, I do want to do one thing. I want to raise a little Fernet Branca shot.
Very good.
And a happy birthday, salute. Because chances are I will most likely forget your birthday, and I apologize now for all the rest of March that I'll forget your birthday. I found these little Fernet Branca glasses while I was cleaning out the basement at Clive's, and I had these back in 2011. I don't think they make them anymore, so I pinched one and I brought it home. So I always start the end of my day with a shot of Fernet.
Nice. You start off the end of your day with a shot of Fernet?
Yes, because I don't really have ends of days like normal people. Like, the end of my day is like, oh, it's the end of this part of my job, and now I got to do this part of my job. Even after this interview, I've still got emails to answer and that sort of stuff. So my day just doesn't finish till about 10 o'clock. You know, I love my classic gin martinis.
Very good.
I also love craft spirits from the province here, where I am in Victoria, BC. So I'm using a really epic Mediterranean gin from Deep Cove Distillers. So it's infused with rosemary.
One of your local ones in BC.
It's fantastic. Did 2 ounces of that. We're going to do an ounce of a local dry vermouth from Up Island here. So made here, right here on Vancouver Island, which is crazy. Almost 80 distilleries. So couple of dashes of local orange bitters from a guy called Scotty at Mad Lab. Super simple. Let's ice it up. Give it a stir. When I do make cocktails, I like to play around with the classics, give it a nice strain. And then I'm a big blue cheese olive sort of guy. Like, I get it, lemon twist, that sort of thing. Blue cheese olives, drop it in there, and you got yourself a fantastic little
This is what room service looks like in the 21st, or 2021.
Elevator B.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is so cool. That is amazing.
So he pulls right up, and your doorbell rings on the TV and says, "Your delivery is here." How do I get?
That is
Thank you.
epic.
Bye bye.
That is incredible.
So that's how room service is delivered here. And here I have my, I've got some, it's a Rum Old Fashioned in a can.
Is that from Craft House?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
That's Charles Jolly Company. That's Charles Jolly. He's a Chicago boy too.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. Well, good for Charles then. Woohoo! Then it better be darn good. Well, then I got to talk to Charles, because this is actually a Rum Old Fashioned with chocolate bitters in it, and you know how dedicated I am to old fashions with chocolate bitters in it. So here it is.
I like how you adapt and overcome. No Fauci strainer, no gold-plated anything. Just a bar spoon and a Rum Old Fashioned.
Yeah. Necessity is the mother of invention. And I've even got an orange peel that I ripped out of an orange. No knife. There it is. So here we are, one drink with Shawn Soole. We got to raise our glass.
Bartenders really need to understand, like, everything we do in restaurants can be applied to absolutely everything in the real world. Like, absolutely.
Say that again. Say that again.
Everything we learn in restaurants can be applied in the real world. And we always go, oh, well, I'm just a hospitality person. Like, you're not just anything. Like, you're so much more. Like, if you're doing scheduling and hiring and firing, then you're in HR. If you're doing prep and bar operations. You're in operations of anything. Like, there's not many places that, like, there's not many businesses that go through waves where you just get stomped. Like, before, like, all this happened and, like, lower people doing in places and stuff, but, like, 100% capacity, you would just get stomped. You've got to be quick thinking, you've got to be witty, you've got to get great customer service. There is so much stuff you can apply. And so a lot of my partners, especially in the media company, especially in the graphic design company, my partners aren't great customer service people. They
turn to you.
And that's why they have me. And that's why I have them. I also
bartender.
I know my deficiencies, and that's what I kind of...
I got a printer in my office. And I have my to-do list on the printer.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I love that. Oh, that might be something for motivation that I might have to do. I like that a lot. But the thing is, like bartenders, Friday night, you get 7 chits. You put them down in front of you and you go, okay, how am I going to bang these out in 15 minutes? It's the same thing in life. You wake up, you write your chits, and then you knock your chits down. And then if you've got time, you write another set of chits, and you knock another set of chits down. You know, and so we're always looking ahead because we're always like, okay, well, we've got that event on Saturday, so I got to prep all this and do that. Okay, well, so that's, you're planning ahead for now. And so that's what you should be doing in life. And so I think bartenders have this innate self-deprecation ability of like, oh, I'm just a bartender. I'm like, there's so much more. I've talked about side hustle so much during the thing, and I'm getting touted the king. I want to wake up every morning and I want to be better than I was the day before, and keep pushing myself to be better than the last week or last
better,
month.
Right?
So, and that's why I took over Clive's again. Like, I took over Clive's. I took over a bar that I love, that I haven't been at 7 years, and all the stuff I've done since I left Clive's is massive. But I took over a bar when I had no time, but I did it for legacy. Because when I walk away from Clive's in a year, 2 years, I know that what I did there was exactly what I needed to do for that bar at that time. And so
and the people in the bar.
100, and that's the thing, it's my guests, the culture in Victoria, everything. You know, so for me, legacy is way more important than the dollars in the bank or the plaques on the wall or the awards.
I found the Flair bottle. It's in the top right hand or left hand. If you turn around, it's to the left, just off the shelf. It's off the shelf to the left. Or to your right, I suppose.
Oh, Jesus.
There it is, baby.
I got my big ass ice pick in it. Yeah, this is, and it's burnt at the end because I used to practice my flame. So I'd shove a rag down there. But look, let's look how yellow that is. That is some serious, and that's what color it used to be. But I remember getting this, and like this was my practice bottle. And this, like, now let's really put this into perspective. I packed this in my necessities to come from Australia to move to Canada. I came to Canada with maybe 3 suitcases to my name.
Funny. Wow.
And this was one of my necessities
Please
to pack.
define for me the ever important balance of a cocktail.
Firstly, I'm going to preface this with balance is very, very regional. So I find personally cocktails in Vancouver are a little bit oversweet because the market they have call for a slightly sweeter cocktail. In Victoria, we like bitter and sour. And so it takes self-awareness, understanding what your clientele wants as balance. I think we talk about balance as like, oh, this is how I balance a drink. I really don't care how you balance a drink. I care how you balance a drink for your guests. And when I travel all over the world, I find there's some dichotomy in sweetness and balance and stuff like that. So I think as a bartender, it's your responsibility to figure out what your clientele likes in the macro and the micro, and then replicate that.
Thank you for being my mentor moving into 2021, 2022, and whatever that future happens to hold. Thank you very much for leading the way for so many and showing so many of us how to tackle this social media thing that is certainly so overwhelming for so many people. But you've got.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Like, regardless of all the crap that I do, if I can swear on your show, all the stuff that I do. At the end of the day, I'm still a 26-year-old Australian kid who moved to Canada, and I still get giddy. Like, I know this sounds really weird for you because we're friends now, But I still got giddy the fact that Dean Serneels is a guy that I can text on a regular basis. You know, there's a whole myriad of people that I'm like, I shouldn't be in the position to know Julie Reiner or Dal DeGroff or Philip Duff or Gaz Reagan, bless his soul. I should be in that position. I'm a 26-year-old Australian kid living in Victoria, BC.
Thanks very much for joining us for One Drink With. Of course, I'm your host, Dean Serneels, and we'll see you every week right here on YouTube. Thank you.